Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you don't know me, my name is Ellis, and on this channel I make content covering topics of a similar niche, so like trading, investing, stocks and stuff like that. So if that's something of interest to you, make sure you hit the notification bell and subscribe so you're aware of every time I make a video that can provide some sort of value. Today I wanted to kind of kickstart a new series or something like that to kind of put out regular videos that can help assist you guys in your development, help me my development as well, and kind of make trade courses, so put myself out there to test my skills and for judgment really, because that's purely what I'm going to be getting judged on based on how I take a trade and stuff like that, and hopefully it can help you guys on the other side when it comes to making a decision, when you see about how my process of breaking down the charts and doing stuff like that. So I'm just going to call it finding trading opportunities. So something that I'm going to try and do on the weekends, when the market's closed. Saying that today is a Monday, even though it's a bank holiday. So hopefully I can get this out today, and then for the weeks ahead, then we get it out on the weekend. So we're going to jump on the chart, and we're going to be just breaking down probably one or two currency pairs just to keep it short, about what opportunities that I see in the market, how I can go about taking those opportunities, and other stuff that I am looking at. So let's head over to the charts and get doing that. So if you watched my previous video, then you'll remember me saying that you trade an edge. The market, to be profitable in the market, you trade an edge. The edge can be found in multiple ways, and as you can see I have lines, I have EMA lines, I have indicators down here. I have different stuff on my chart. Each of them serve some kind of purpose for my trading style. They might not make sense to you, but for me they have some kind of purpose. And that's what kind of trading is all about, finding what makes what you can resonate with and implementing that, sticking to that, and doing and just making that your plan, regardless of what anyone else might say of how to trade. So if you're a pattern trader, for example, there's this little pattern over here that played out. So for example, if you know about head and shoulders, so you got the first leg right there, you've got the left shoulder right there, you got the head right there, then you got the right shoulder right there, and then that move out. It's repetition after repetition to find these opportunities, to see how they work, to test them, to back test them, to see how they play out. And if you're going to implement it, then just find your kind of entry reason. And the entry reason for this pattern for some people is waiting for a pullback. As you can see, they got pullback right there back into previous support resistance, and then it broke out to make new highs. So obviously if you trade the head and shoulders pattern, then you know how to trade this. But you can see how all my lines kind of serve some kind of purpose. So the 200 EMA, and I use the 50 EMA as kind of dynamic support and resistance. So you can see right here, it acted perfectly as a dynamic support and resistance. Price broke through and then it retested before it went down. So you might be wondering what all these lines are if you have never traded before, and basically these lines are areas of interest, as we'd like to call them. How you draw them on is finding previous points in the market where they make some kind of contact, and 9 times or 8, let's say 7 times out of 10, they will make contact with that line again, and you can take an opportunity from there. So if you look all the way back here in 2015, the market came up to this 1.1600 level that I was talking about earlier, and then it went down, then it came back up here again in 2015, then it went down, then when it finally broke out in 2017, it came back down to test it as support, and then it went up, and then it's broken out of this one up here. Kind of had the same impact as this line, holding price until it eventually broke out. Initially I would have thought, you know what, price is going to come down to here and then it's going to bounce and carry on, but that didn't happen, and you can see it broke through that line of support, and now it's going back down to this line, the 1.1600 level. So when price gets to this level, I'm basically looking for some kind of entry reason. So I could I'm on a daily time frame right now, so I could drop down to a smaller time frame such as the 4 hourly, look for some kind of entry reasons that I've found that works for me in my trading plan. Or you can use the indicators if RSI is oversold or something like that, or you can even drop down to, let's say, the hourly time frame. As you can see from what I was saying about the 200 EMA, they kind of act like dynamic support resistance. So I could have a trend line, I can say let's go from the highs, let's attach all the highs, bam, and I could say when price breaks above this trend line, then that could be an indication that price is about to turn around and start heading up. So And obviously on the lower time frames, then you have a chance to find a better risk to reward ratio. So probably taking a trade there, stops below the previous lows over here. So stops below there and targets up at that level. So that's like a 3-to-1 risk to reward. I know it says like 3.9, but obviously dependent on where I get in. Or if I want to use the RSI as like a dynamic stop or target level, depending on where it is by then. So it could be like down here, and then that's like a 2-to-1 risk to reward. So obviously it's, so as you can see from like previous, like the price can respect the 200 and the 50-day moving average, so you can use them as like a profit target indication, or sometimes price just blast through it, and then you can just use like previous support and resistance where price is broken through. So it's just based on how you trade and what you find works best for you from your back testing and stuff like that. And if price does break below here, let's try and draw that. If price does break down through there, then I'll be looking for like a retest of this level for then selling it off. I want a red one, red, to then sell down to whatever area that I'm probably the 200 right there, 200 level right there. But yeah, that's if that happens. We have an opportunity in place for both scenarios, and of course both of them can be wrong. You just have to stick to your plan and consistently trade it. Like as I said from the previous video with the casinos and stuff like that, it's just staying consistent with your plan. So let's go down to this other currency pair, which is UJ. I was doing some analysis on this one, which is kind of the same concept, but as you can see from the resistant line, price broke above it. As you can see how price supported price there, supported price there, supported price there, then eventually broke down. Now it broken up, which it didn't really support price, it doesn't resist the price there. Not like, technically I would have been looking for price to be resisted right there and then take this trade down to like probably down to the lows of this move, but that didn't happen. So obviously you just change and you reevaluate and see what can potentially happen next. Obviously down here I'm looking for some kind of confirmation that the market is going to move up, so using this line again as a form of support. If price comes down into this area right here, we have the 50-day moving average that can also act as dynamic support and resistance. So we have that, all of that right there. Let's see what Fibonacci retracement that is. If that's like a 382, then that's not bad. Yeah, there we go. It's a 382 retracement, just right in that level. So that's a good retracement point. So we got loads of confluence stacking up in that area. So if we do find the opportunity to get on board, then we'll be looking to ride this up for potential 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio, which is a very good trade. But we'll have to it's just playing the waiting game now to see what kind of indications we get to say that we can or cannot take this trade. And obviously you got to take into consideration like news announcements. I think the only news announcements to take into consideration when price gets close to these levels are the non-farm payroll, is NFP, but that's on the first Friday of every month, and we're literally like approaching the last week of the month now, so that's not until next month. So I hope that video provided some sort of value and showed you my process behind taking a trading opportunity, finding trading opportunities, and how I go about it. I'd be interested to know if you guys are looking at any of the same setups, or if this video was useful, helpful in some form or some way. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that next week when we go through these trades to see how they played out, if they worked in our favor or not. So this is something different out there, like putting my trade ideas out there, and obviously you get judged if they don't go the right way. If they go the right way, then you're a genius. But I'm pretty sure loads of people are looking at the same opportunities. But as I said, leave in comments below if you are, or if you're looking at different opportunities, and I can also have a look at them. But yeah, hopefully this video provided some value, and hit the like button, leave a comment below, and share. Get this channel to 1,000 subscribers, where we'll be actively placing trades. We'll be starting like we'll be starting from £100, and we'll be placing trades when this channel gets to 1,000 subscribers. That's the aim. So 1,000 subscribers, then we're gonna start like a whole new series of start building, growing a small account, and I would love to take you guys along for that journey, obviously. So thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see you guys in the next video.